Transposing into a New Key, presented by Chloe Bird. Alright, so hello! We're here today to help with some possible questions regarding Level 9 theory, specifically theory for the CDA Charter Academy. Our goal today is to help you understand transposing into a different key, so hopefully y'all will get it right on the test. We're going to start by working through this example here, taking this melody in the key of G and transposing it into the key of E flat. Any question pertaining to transposing on the test should look something like this. First off, there are a couple aspects that will stay the same between the original and the new melody. The time signature stays the same along with the rhythm. So we're going to fill in what we can at the moment, which is the time signature. After that, we're going to focus on the key signature itself. At this point, you should have the circle of fifths memorized, but for the sake of the demonstration, I put it on the next slide here. You can connect the current melody's key with the key signature of G to the circle of fifths here, and then we want to go to the key of E flat, which is here with 3 flats. All right. So once you put the new key signature on the staff and make sure that the notes are flat, you can use a couple you want to make sure that the notes are flat, and you can use a couple strategies to figure that out. If you're familiar with the key signature, you can simply count the lines, like how we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G here, with the flats being on B, A, and E, so you know that those notes are flat. Or you can remember the two different acronyms Harrison uses. You may have seen them on the wall, with flats being represented by the acronym Bears Eat a Delicious Garbage Can Feast, and sharps being represented by the acronym of Fat Cats Get Down and Elephants Boogie. They're silly, but they really work. If you count 3 flats down on the first acronym, you go through Bears, Eat, and A. And if you take the first letters, you have B, E, and A, the 3 flats found in the E flat key signature. On a side note, if you want to transpose to a minor key, I'd recommend using the circle of fifths. You just need to shift the letters corresponding to the signatures to the left 3 times, as seen by the inner ring on this circle of fifths. Alright, however, you won't necessarily need that skill for this specific question. It's just a good thing to keep in mind, and it goes hand in hand with what we're discussing today. Alright, so once that's done, you want to convert the notes based on the interval between the old and the new signatures. The interval between G and E flat can be found by counting around the circle of fifths. You end up with the interval being a fifth, so the starting note needs to account for that. Instead of the melody starting on low G, it would need to start a fifth above that note. Since it went from sharp to flat, it's above rather than below, and start on D. Use that interval to make sure that all the following notes correspond with the same original interval relating directly to the starting note. So I'm just going to plug those in there. All right. After that, make sure that the rhythm is correct, which it is in this case, and then you're done. You have officially transposed from one key to another. Hopefully this helped, and if there are any additional questions, feel free to pop them below and I'll do my best to answer. Better yet, help each other out in the comments. It's always cool to see members of the music community helping one another out however they can. Yeah, thank you for watching.